Hey there, Wally here, and welcome to another relaxing chat where I just talk about live video games after the end of maybe a long week. I hope you're having a good week, and today I'm just going to be playing Art of Balance, one of my favorite games that I think I played on Wii U, and I definitely picked it back up on Nintendo Switch. It's just all about balancing blocks, and it's a fun puzzle experience that requires some challenge later on, but it's definitely a game I can play in the background and talk about things. But speaking of challenges, I had a topic I wanted to talk about this week, but it got blown out of the window after experiencing a great Friday that included the launch of Monster Hunter Rise. So if you are playing that, congratulations. I hope you're having a lot of fun with it. I'll probably be playing Monster Hunter Rise a whole lot after finishing this video, and I can't wait to do that. My most anticipated game in a long time, besides that Ninja Turtles game. So I hope you're having fun with Monster Hunter Rise. I'm going to do that too, but the challenge really also comes from this Friday's Animal Crossing New Horizons Sanrio Amiibo cards. That is a lot of words to basically say you woke up early to get nothing. I think the topic that I want to focus on is just creating this, what's it called? Keeping supply tight when there is known demand. Now, I'm usually trying to be an optimist and positive about all this. This is just all hobby kind of materials, but we really do love our hobbies. We love our games. Animal Crossing was New Horizons specifically I'm talking about, was a huge game during the really crappy 2020 that we all shared. And Animal Crossing New Horizons was a outlet, a creative place that we can all share, and it was vibrant and colorful, and it's a nice island experience. You know what I'm talking about if you played it. I know people who played it for hundreds and thousands of hours, including my spouse, and she's a huge Animal Crossing fan. And the Nintendo Switch itself, the console, is doing really well, selling upwards to 80 million units in the last 4 years. So it's basically, oh no, my blocks fell. No way. I got to do better on that one. But the popularity of the Switch and Animal Crossing are known quantities, right? So as far as I'm concerned, I'm like, we all know that anything Animal Crossing is going to sell really well in 2021. And I think a lot of us was looking forward to the Sanrio cards, the Amiibo cards. It's a pack of 6 cards that Nintendo announced would be exclusive to Target stores, and everyone was excited about it. I know I was a little hesitant because I know how hard it is to get new Nintendo products sometimes, and I also know how in this day and age scalpers are going to scalp real bad. There's a whole market for scalping goods, and I knew that it was going to be really hard to avoid that. I mean, there's no really way to avoid it. I mean, people have automated systems to suck up product that is just light years ahead of our speed of our fingers if we're on our phones or desktop trying to click that place order button. But all this rambling aside, we all knew that these were going to be hot products that were going to get scalped, that legitimate people are going to want. And of course, my spouse, being a huge Animal Crossing fan, wanted some. And I don't know what part of the story to start on. It's like, let's start with just figuring out that it was not going to be purchased. You can't purchase these cards in store. You have to have a pickup order or drive-through order, or whatever they call those things. So you would have to order it online, but you can't purchase it to be sent to your home online. And then also, you can only do 2 packs per customer, and store pickup. And I'm like, okay, I guess that's fine. And then it became, well, what time are the orders going to be available? And I originally looked at the Target website and saw, one time, and I thought that time was my time, like where I live, my region. But sadly, at like 12:45 in the morning, I realized, oh no, it's a 2-hour difference. So here I am waking up at 5:45 because I love my spouse in order to try to order these. And she's, I'm waking her up, and she's getting her phone out, and I have my phone. I'm on the desktop. I have multiple devices. I download the Target app. I log in. I have all my credentials. I'm trying to get this done. We have our really close friend on email and text conversation. She's saying that she's tried 3 different devices and no dice. She has no success getting these cards. I'm there on the dot at 6 o'clock, refreshing the button. I see that the Amiibo cards go live. I put 2 in my cart. I then proceed to go to the checkout. Everything's going swimmingly well. And then when I try to place the order, it says it's not available in store. And I'm like, that's impossible, because I'm like one of the first people here. I'm at 6 o'clock on the dot trying to check out, and you're saying it's unavailable. It is available. I know it is. And I tried different stores. I tried lowering the packs to only 1 instead of 2, because there is a 2 limit, as I mentioned previously. But nothing to no avail. And I'm getting that email that I also mentioned about my friend saying she tried 3 different methods and it's not working either. And then eventually, when I refresh the page, it just kicks me out and removes the Amiibo cards from my cart and tells me it's sold out. And I'm like, that's it. That's done. This entire month-long journey of trying to figure out what time these were going to go live, how to buy these, all that kind of stuff. It's an experience. It's not my first rodeo. I've done it for the Nintendo Switch to pre-order that. I think I did it for the Wii U. So I've been here before, and I'm not too. So I'm not like frustrated or disappointed. I'm just kind of perplexed at the systems they have in place and why Nintendo, of course, why Nintendo partnered up with Target is probably a good deal. Nintendo likes to do exclusive stuff at different retailers. Target probably knew how big of a deal Animal Crossing is, and we all know. And of course, you partner up with one of the big retail chains and to do business. So I mean, it's smart. But as a consumer perspective that enjoys the product and wanted some to actually own and use for both myself and my spouse, it was just a big headache that ended with our good friend going to Target and having to line up. No one's forced to do this, of course. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, but for us fans that actually want it, like, you got to go to the store and just hope that there's actually Amiibo cards in stock at the Target. Excuse me, I am super sleepy. This is I'm recording this right after this entire experience, so it is. I'm still drained. I'm still sleepy. Not so much sleep, but I'll sleep in the future. And then it ended with myself not being able to get any, and surprisingly, the Amiibo. I keep on making my bricks fall. That's no good. The Amiibo cards reappeared, but then disappeared again. So it gave me false hope for a second. Overall, luckily somehow my spouse kept on spamming the checkout button, right? And she was able to get herself some packs, 2 packs. So I'm very happy that she made it out. I mean, that was the most important thing, because she loves Animal Crossing 1,000 hours in. So I really wanted her to get packs. As far as myself, if I got packs, I was definitely going to give it to one of them to my, one each to my 2 good friends that play Animal Crossing in case they weren't able to get it. And I wasn't able to do that, but I had to walk away being like, I guess it's kind of a success. And I hope my spouse's order goes through, because we did way too much for this. For the love of the game, we went all in. And if you're watching the video, I am having a heck of a time trying to create this this balancing act right now, and I really don't know how I'm going to do this without screwing this up, because everything might just fall in a couple of seconds. But yeah, that's the Animal Crossing Amiibo. That's gonna fall. I feel like that's gonna fall. That was my Animal Crossing Amiibo cards story. My thing is, you know, everyone involved knew how popular this is gonna be. I mean, it's. I would think that they would. If they did an exclusive deal with Target. Like, let's just go with that. So they do the exclusive deal with Target. I would guess that they would expand the amount they have. I'm gonna do a different a puzzle. I'm not able to beat that one, so I'm gonna go to one of these. Let's go here. Let's do one of the challenge ones, 3.1. We're gonna go all the way back to the beginning. So yeah, I would think that they would know and be prepared for the amount of demand that there was. But I just feel like the infrastructure on the website wasn't there, just being unavailable. You know, this is all constructive criticism from a fan. So, like I said, I try to be optimistic about matters. And of course, this is all, again, hobby-related stuff. So it's like it's not the end of the world. The cards probably will come back in stock later, but I just think could have been better orchestrated for the demands of the players. So yeah, maybe more stock, maybe Target having a better web experience, those kind of things, or maybe even allow them to have it in stores. And I did hear that stores did have, depending on where you live, you could walk into the store, and I think they were behind the counter. So you have to ask the cashier or whoever was in the electronics department, and figure it out that way. So I'm like, okay, well that's cool. I mean, there's still hope for people who want to walk in. Me, I just went back to sleep, woke up, and now I'm doing like a little time later, and now I'm doing this, still very sleepy. But I hope your experience with Amiibo cards, if you were into them, was much better, and you were able to get your set. The happy thing about it, at least what I didn't know until maybe like last night, I had to try to do some research, last minute research. That procrastination going on. But also, there wasn't a lot of news about the cards coming out. Like, Target waited a while. But at least I think you get all the cards in one pack. The entire series is just 6 cards. And that's pretty cool. But I mean, I don't doubt that they'll probably be back in the future. I mean, the Animal Crossing Nintendo Switch Special Edition, it was available for a short period of time, and I was able to snag one up for my spouse by being there on Amazon at the right time. And then, months later, and half a year later, I think around November or December, something like that, of 2020, they re-released the Animal Crossing Switch Special Edition console as a re-release. And I'm like, okay, cool. So maybe, we'll let all the diehard fans and the scalpers get these cards right now. And then perhaps that they'll open it back up in the future. I'm just hopeful. I just try to be hopeful. As far as price, $5.99, not bad at all. But I already heard stories of eBay selling these cards for $60, which is just ridiculous. Scalpers, like I said, gonna scalp. Some people wanna make profit. Other people actually want to use them. It's up to you to figure out how you feel about that. And yeah, so end of the journey. I didn't get any. Spouse did. And I need to go and talk to my friend and see if she was able, both of my friends, see if they were able to get any. So that was the experience of this Friday. And all I wanted to do was play Monster Hunter Rise for 12 hours. But hopefully I'll be able to do that and to enjoy a lot of that game. Nintendo's YouTube channel posted a Monster Hunter Rise launch trailer that really got me hyped. And if you haven't played Monster Hunter at all, you should definitely give it a try. If you're a fan of action-oriented games, third-person games where you see your character on screen, this one has a little bit of a little bit of a Japanese lore to it. So, you know, if you're interested in that, that's here. It's just so much fun to be had about hunting monsters and fighting them and getting stronger, and then rinse and repeat by getting items and carving items off of monsters in order to make better gear and better weapons to become stronger. And it's just a really cool gameplay and how you're able to actually feel stronger and get stronger. So really looking forward to playing that. I have it loaded up. I have it downloaded. There was a day one patch, I believe, and I have that as well. So I am ready to go. I am very excited to play it. I think you know, if you have or haven't played it, you can pick your different the Monster Hunter games. I should say, if you haven't played these games, you can pick from like 13 different weapons. I believe it's 13, and they all make the game feel different. And that is kind of one of the ways to customize your experiences. Like, find the weapon that's right for you, and you can change your weapons at any time. So it's not like you're stuck into one. So therefore, I recommend trying every single one until you find the one that's right for you. For me, I have fallen in love with what used to be considered like the basic weapon that a lot of people never really tried, at least in my circle, which is the sword and shield. And it's really fun to play, in my opinion. It's fast. In this game, it seems like it's going to have a lot of special maneuvers that makes it familiar to me from Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, that was also on Nintendo Switch. So I'm just going to be playing with that because I want a more fast experience, hunting down these monsters, doing a lot of damage quickly, and then taking advantage of all the new game mechanics that are available here. So definitely that is what is going to be in my life for the future. I'm still having a lot of fun playing Littlewood. I've been doing some videos on that. That is a life simulator that's similar to Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing. So if you love those types of games, you're going to find a lot to love in Littlewood. I'm near the end of it. I'm probably maybe 80% of the way through. You know, there's a lot of achievement-esque things that I can accomplish towards the end here. I'm trying to increase my relationships with each of the characters there to make them like me. And then eventually I will marry one of the characters, which is, you know, one of the ultimate goals there. So we'll see how that goes, especially sharing my time with Monster Hunter. And of course, Warframe is always there for me to play. And I'm playing my main account, which is my PC account. But I'm also trying to play the Nintendo Switch version, just because I see there's an underrepresentation of Switch Warframe content out on YouTube. And I just want to say, hey, it's still fun on the go. I mean, the Switch version of Warframe is how I actually started playing Warframe, you know, all those years ago, I think in 2018. So it's very still alive. It's very much still playable. I know a lot of people like their high-end specs and all that kind of stuff, but you can find a lot to love here in the Switch version of the game. Especially, again, it's free to play. So like, what isn't there to love, right? Just so much good stuff there. So I think this is going to be the final level, and we'll call it a day today. But I just wanted to rant a little bit about the Animal Crossing Amiibo cards, talk a little bit about Monster Hunter Rise, and maybe next week I'll have more to talk about Rise. Maybe I'll do more in-depth talking about Littlewood or Warframe, but for right now, I hope you had a really good week. You let me know what kind of games you were playing this past week in the comments. I would love to hear all about it. I'm interested. Like, there's so many games out there available on Switch and other places. It's just a very fun time to be a gamer and to play games. So, yeah, I hope you had some enjoyment relaxing with me this week. Again, hope you're healthy. Stay strong. Whatever you're going through, it's just another moment in time. You can do it. I believe in you. Rah, rah, rah. Whether it's life or just trying to beat another Monster Hunter, or trying to hunt down some of those nefarious Animal Crossing Amiibo cards. Maybe you can do that. I don't know. I'm not too positive on that one. As always, thanks for joining the party, and I'll see you in the next relaxing chat.